No, dear reader. I'm afraid one of my columns is not in the latest issue. Print issues limiting space, according to our esteemed editor.
Ah, I've heard of the esteemed editors here. They sound fantastic.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a gazette?
I'll take one. That's terrible salesmanship. Get your act together. Not interested. I'd love to, but I'm a bit busy. I'm a bit busy. Maybe later. Sure, you can have 2 gold.
Thank you.
There you go. Let's read the Gazette. Why not? Let's see what kind of stuff the editors let through. Let's go to the latest. Let's read. Oh, interesting. Merchant Guild declares magic item market safe by adventurers. A ritualistic murder of Duke Stelmane at Elfsong still unsolved. Postmaster Danzo Arkwright in trouble. What is happening to our letters? I told him about it. Donation drive open at refugee camp. Give a little help a lot. Pressure mounting between Baldurians and refugees. We can't risk taking spies of the Absolute in. Gortash's coronation imminent. Witness the ascension of Baldur's Gate's first Archduke. Okay. Of course, can't read the text because that's in a writing I don't know. Come on, let's walk. A lot of people that will have like one line of dialogue. I'm not gonna bother with that. Like, otherwise we're not gonna get done ever. Why is that person on the ground? Unconscious. Golster boys. Can we help somehow?
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
Oh, we can't help in any way?
Stay calm. I'm warning you.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
If we wouldn't like alert 50 people that would want to kill us, including level 11 Steelwatch people, I would probably just blast them away, but like at this point we would just die, so there isn't really a point to it. Like, just dying needlessly doesn't really make sense. What is this place? The Stormshore Tabernacle. Let's take a look inside. What is this about? Okay, not a lot of people, that's probably for the best.
It's been some time since I stood
Vicar
before her in a place like
Humbletoes.
this.
Greetings, child of faith. Be welcome to the Stormshore Tabernacle. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
Who are you? What can I do here? Are holy items available here for purchase? Probably not. Who are you?
I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need.
What can I do here?
Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls.
Ah, we could use some of those. How much do they cost?
Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
Let's see. How much do those scrolls cost? So that's 6 scrolls for 960. I see. Let's see, value. I mean, there's plenty of stuff I don't really want to sell. But we could really use some of those. Maybe we could take, like... Can we split them? Wait. Yeah, let's split them as 3. So that's worth 480. Let's see what we can sell here for that. Oh, we have a lot of trap disarm toolkits. That's good. We will better keep it that way. That's a paralytic poison for 1 turn. I don't know if I'm gonna use that. What's this? Camp supplies. That's wine. Okay. those are enchanted. What do we do here? Scroll of Dimension Door. I could sell one of those maybe. No, wait, come on. Split that. That's just 60. That's just 63. Let's add some of that. I don't really need that, I think. What are those? Angelic Reprieve. I'm gonna keep that. Telekinesis. Scroll of Blink. Available only in combat, okay. Malice, I'm gonna keep that. I mean, that's for 10 turns, that's pretty valuable. What else do we have? What else do we have? What could we sell? But it would be good to have some of those scrolls, I think. Scroll of Seeming. That would be fun, we could do that at some point. I'm gonna keep those damaging ones. Do I just fill up the rest with gold? I might really next time we go for a long rest, I might load up Karlak maybe with a lot of expensive stuff, and then we can sell that for a lot of gold once we get to a shopkeeper. I think that's probably a smart idea. Yeah, what do we need? We need 23. We need 323. Right, we have to split it like that. 300 and come on between those. Fine, take one as a tip. There we go. I want those scrolls. There we go. Hear my prayer, please. Let's read that. A scroll scrawled with an unsteady hand. Look, I'm not sure about this whole divine thing. I don't know much about you lot, and I reckon you don't know much about me on account of never praying before. Thing is, I don't want to die. I don't want my sheep to die either. This absolute thing on the horizon stinks. Not in a good way a sheep stinks, but in a bad way that a corpse does. So if any of you are out there, can you fix it? Stop them, please? Thanks for listening, reading, whichever. Yours faithfully, Barney Pins. Alright, prayer to Tempest. Lord of Battles, Foehammer, protect me in this battle to come. Yet my sword rings true against the armies of the Absolute. Oh, let my sword ring true against the armies of the Absolute. Let me live to see another day. Gaunt and gripping life by the tongs. We're not even allowed to read that one, okay.
Shield our people from the
Crazy.
depredations of the absolute heretics.
That is available.
With the strength to endure.
Dedications to the Pantheon. We are allowed to read that one, okay. Let's read that real quick. A scroll of basic prayers to major deities of the realms. Bahamut. Leave me blind to all but the true light of justice, O valiant one. Corellon, I bid my soul glide across the moon and stars with you, Elf Father. Elistrae, run thy sword across my chains, Silver Lady, that I may join your dance. Garl Glittergold, grant me but a fraction of thy wit, sire. It is all one could need. Groomsh? I'm gonna say Groomsh. Guide blade to gut, neck, and still beating heart. Hear me. Helm. Keep my path in your unfettered gaze, Lord. I shall not err if you are watching. Ilmater. Until I can bear a fraction of your burden, sufferer I shall. Kelemvor. Look not upon our sins, Master of Scales, but measure the worth of your most grateful dead. Laducure? I'm sorry about the pronunciation of those names. Most of them I've never heard of before. Laducure, we walk amongst the filth and dreck. Let the harsh command of your eternal tasks drive our footfall. Lathander, I shall let all who dwell in dark feel your holy dawn. Morning Lord, hear my prayer. Okay, let's scroll down a bit. Lolth, I spin thy web of chaos, mother. I spin it in your name. Let not the threads unravel. Mieliki, guide my path as
strength to endure.
this guy speaking is getting in my head sometimes. Sorry. Guide my path as only you know how, in whispering leaves and slowing grassland. Moradin, hold my hammering hand firm, my crafting mind steadfast, and the tools I form perfect in your image. Mistra, I speak into your weave my supplication and faith and hope the magics I hold are pleasing to your eye. Ogma, whatever I may say, you already know. Thus I will speak our knowledge to those without it. Selune, let your moon be my light, and I shall let my sword be your shining symbol. Shah, mother of night, darken my step as I walk among the light. Hear my prayer. Talos, hold me in your tempest, Stormbringer. Keep my strength to hand. Tempest, mighty foehammer, lend me your strength as I wage your righteous war. Tiamat, many mouths speak your hunger into this world, mistress. Let me be the loudest. Timora, but a glancing touch of your grace would befit me well, Lady Luck. Tyr, let me be your eyes, blind one, and cast your justice upon this world. Vlakith, Look, I'm not gonna stumble through that. You can read it yourself. Yondala, fill my cup with plenty, mother. May it never run dry. Okay. Now, the question is, looking at the time, you know, the recording time right now, do I go for a long rest anyways, just to see what's going on with you know, the what's her name? The one Wyll is, you know, in debt to? Or do I just do that next time? Augur Harkskellan, what are you doing? Oh, the performance is stumbling right now. Come on now. Load it in, please.
You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
No, thanks. I'm good. I don't need to do any of that. Oh, the performance is crumbling right now. Oh my lord. Okay. I'm gonna save real quick. Come on now. Save that. Maybe that helps. Sometimes that helps. This time I don't think it's helping. Okay. Yeah, I might just go to camp. There's just so many NPCs around, that's just, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna go to camp now. There we go. I might just go for a long rest, just to see how the story progresses. Because I'm curious to see that. I'm really curious. Alright. Now let's see. Ah, it's a new place, of course. A new place to stay. Interesting. Nice to see, nice to see. Now the walls have to load in first. Alright, that looks like it's gonna be a bridge. There's some rope lying around. Come on, load in, please. Load in. There we go, come on now. Just a little bit more loading, please. Some walls, please. That would be nice. There we go, that's better. Now let's look around, see what the camp's layout is like. Okay, Karlak is over here. What do you think of the city, Karlak?
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the goddamn tadpole, okay? It's not happening, okay? I'm not even gonna bring it up to people because, like, no. I don't even want them to have an inkling about that tadpole. Because, like, no chance I'm using that. Ooh, we haven't looked through the telescope in a while. Let's do that. Does it point anywhere?
I spy with my little eye. Nothing of note, really.
Oh, okay then. Okay then. Now let's see. If we end the day, does that end the day? Let's do that here. Yeah, let's do that. Come on now. Alright, so there's conversations to be had. Ah, it's already started. It's just loading in. Come on now. Load in the conversation. There it is. Ah, there she is. She does look cool. Shame she's such a pain in the neck.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
What are you doing here?
Notum sit in beato.
Like, what are you planning?
Holy hells.
Just what are you up to? Please introduce me to your friends. The Duke's been taken, now what? Just what are you up to?
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos.
There it is again. The contract.
Your contract, Wyll. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable.
What are you proposing?
A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Wyll Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact, and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Wyll.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you arsehole!
Choose.
What will happen to Wyll's powers if he breaks the pact? Save your father, Wyll. The city will need him to help rebuild. Do the right thing. Give your soul so that your father can live. Break the pact, Wyll. You deserve your freedom. Let your father die. When the city's free, you can take his place. Look, we're folk heroes. We save people. That's what we do. Even if it's a sacrifice. Just 2 or 3, which one do I say? Because I'm leaning in that direction. Save your father, Wyll, the city will need him, or do the right thing. I mean, 2 is the folk hero thing to say, because that's thinking about the city as a whole. But rebuild? Just quickly gonna save in case something goes wrong. Do the right thing, I guess. I'm just waiting for the saving icon to go away. I mean, Wyll seems to trust me quite a bit. I've looked at the friendship meters, and both Wyll and Karlak are obviously maxed out because we're all goody two-shoes, and we've been questing for a long time now, so of course we're friends now. So I think they should probably trust me, right? So when I say something like that, and there's no skill check attached, do the right thing.
You damned wretch.
Okay.
Do it then. Claim my soul for Zariel. Keep my father safe.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Fiat ita, what does that mean again? I had Latin in school, but I've forgotten so much at this point.
Seems you've got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal.
Well, glad you're so
what?
trustworthy.
I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Oh, great. I'm sure Wyll is going to want to talk about what just happened. Now, where in the camp is he? Okay, over there, in the south. Let's go there real quick and talk to him. Yeah, he wants to talk. I assumed as much. Oh, and she's standing next to his tent. Great.
Twice Mizora's held my feet to the fire, and twice was I burnt. But my father will live. We will return the Grand Duke to his people. And forever a devil's leash will choke me.
You did the right thing, the selfless thing. It wasn't much of a sacrifice. You were already pacted, right? I wouldn't give up hope. Maybe we'll find another way out. Chin up, Wyll. I'm sure you'll make a great soldier in Zariel's army when you die. You did the right thing.
That means a lot. But understand, I don't plan to wallow in self-pity. More than anything, I'm elated that there's hope yet for my father. We should hurry to this mystery prison and retrieve my father before Mizora tries pulling more tricks.
Let's get going then. You've got a Duke to rescue. We're bound to anger Gortash if we go messing in his prison. Like, yeah, but we're gonna kill him anyway, so it doesn't matter. Your father's still got a tadpole in his head, remember? Rescuing doesn't mean curing him. Let's get going then. We've got a Duke to rescue.
This prison's in the lower city. Let's move.
Okay. Yeah, let's ask about that.
We will knock him out if we need to. Or restrain.
Your skull vibrates in concord with the astral prism.
Bring me to your Duke. I will shield him, as I shield you.
Why would you do that?
Better to bring him into the fold than to leave you distracted by regret.
Well then, I'm not about to say no. Anything more we should discuss?
Okay, I'm not gonna talk about the illicit powers, Emperor. That's just not gonna happen. Now, where is this this shape-shifting creature in our midst? Where would that person be? It still feels like it would be this kid, right? Yenna, but you always say the same thing.
I brought
so
my own paring
yeah.
knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good. I promise.
Do we have something to reveal someone like that, maybe? Do you have anything to say about what just went down, Gale? I didn't mean to go back there.
Time and again, Wyll's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. Wyll's father owes him gratitude. I hope for his sake Ravengard is gracious enough to offer it, given how much it cost.
We've been given a rare gift. No, stop it with the rare gift. I don't want it. Astarion, you've got anything to say about that?
Wyll gave up freedom to save his father. I will never understand people like that.
I know. I'm fully aware of that. That's why you're not part of the crew. Okay. Now let's keep going. With us, you probably don't have much to say about the topic at hand, right?
Fate spins along as it should.
Okay.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
No, not right now. Where's Arabella gone?
The girl has left to hew her own path. She left behind a letter, as thou doth know. Hast thou other business?
No, not right now. Thank you very much. Let's see. Other people we can talk to about what just went down. I don't know if Isabel and Aelin have anything to say about that, but Jaheira probably does.
That preening vulture seems intent on haunting our camp. I suppose we shall find out if her kind sleep, and how heavily.
Agreed.
Wyll is a good man. And that is exactly what his devil will use to bind him. In as many ways as she knows how. A man might twist himself into something else just to escape that collar. But I have no such fears for the blade.
Have you thought any more about how we might find Minsk?
I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it.
Okay.
The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
Ah, Nine Fingers.
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. The mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
The guild? You throw your lot in with thieves? I don't think a harper would be friends with a petty... I didn't think a harper would be friends with a petty crime lord. She is no one to be trifled with. Let's go with the second one.
Friend is not the word I'd use. Nor is petty if you've a mind to keep your tongue. But both our operations step outside the law when needful. She just likes it better there. How hospitable she will be to a harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
Okay. Do you have anything to say, Aelin?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
No. That, I think we've asked that before and it just still shows up, which, you know.
Keeping very well, I hope?
I think that's also stuff we've talked about before. Now over here we have... whom? We have... Lae'zel.
The devil Mizora has made herself quite at home, hasn't she? Do make her feel as unwelcome as you can.
We'll try. No, not the tadpole, not that. We're not gonna talk to her about that. She's not gonna like that. Oh, Shadowheart, we didn't talk to you about that yet. What do you think about this situation?
It can't have been easy for Wyll to resign himself to the Pact. But I'm glad he chose his father.
You mentioned Shah followers might be watching for us. You think we can use them to track down your parents?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
So you don't even know where to go? What should we be looking for? Yeah, what should we be looking for?
Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Okay. So Worm's Crossing near refugees. I see. Who's back there? Halcyon! You're a bit off the beaten path, are you? Okay. Let's see what you say about the arrival of Mizora.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
What news from the Grove?
Wounds have healed. Damage has been undone. Balance has been restored. Those who seek to serve nature there can once again do so with all their hearts. There have been difficulties. Some initiates harbor too much admiration for Korga's course of action. Francesca will do what she must to rid them of such notions.
That's good.
She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader.
You served the Grove well and found a worthy successor. No one can ask more of you. Grove aside, I'm glad you stayed with me. You could resume your position as the Grove once we've defeated the Absolute. Not everyone is meant for leadership. There's no shame in walking away. You served the Grove well.
Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oak Father willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long. I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
I'm glad we have Jaheira traveling with us. Did you know her from before?
Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt.
You're an Archdruid. What could you possibly have left to learn from anyone? You seem to admire her greatly. I mean, you can always learn some things, right?
There is much to admire, judging by the stories. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Would she have helped the refugees? Defended the Grove? Controlled Korga? At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal.
I think we've asked that before, right? How am I holding up in your estimation? I don't remember for sure, but let's ask.
I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
Seems my faith was more than well-founded.
Okay, that's good. Now quickly, let's hear what Karlak has to say about Mizora. I mean, she was there in the cutscene, so she probably has a very strong opinion about this. You know, she doesn't seem to be the biggest fan of, you know, devils like that. So let's quickly ask her. And I think then we're done anyways, and then we can go to bed. Hello, Karlak.
I can't believe Wyll's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Wyll Ravengard.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Now I think it's time to go to bed. I don't know if anything is gonna happen at night. Maybe the what's it called? The doppelgangers is gonna reveal themselves. But maybe they're not gonna do that, so... go to bed. There we go. Let's go to sleep. Yeah, auto-select that. And let's do the full rest. Is there gonna be a cutscene, or are we just gonna sleep through the night? Is that just... Okay, just sleeping through the night. Okay. There we go. And there we are. All right. And I think with that, I'm gonna say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.